Good evening. Today we have a session titled When Connection Weakens, Who Hold Us Together? A Story of Community, Family and Belonging. Now, it's a great honor to introduce Her Excellency Maysa Alnuwais, who is the Executive Director of Community Engagement and Volunteering at MAHAN. Now, for the non-Arabic speakers as myself, MAHAN means together, and that's actually very nice because the Abrahamic family house, that's the same what we are trying to do. We try to bring people together from different faiths, different traditions, in a space where they can have dialogue with each other in a safe space. So with no further ado, please give Her Excellency a warm welcome.
Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, I would like to start with the work of MAN itself. We often think of volunteering as it's an act of generosity, but I strongly believe it's more than just generosity. So it's more about how we care about people and how we can do something for the other. Now, from your perspective, what have you seen on the ground of where does volunteering generally make a difference in people's lives?
Volunteering is to make a difference in people's lives. You need to create an impact. So you need to understand who needs you, what they need, and try to create an impact in these people's lives. When we first started in 2019, one of the first programs we created in MAN was called Journey of Generations. This program was targeted to address the loneliness and isolation with senior citizens. So it's built on the concept of intergenerational integration, where we integrated the seniors with the younger generation, and they used to spend time with them on a weekly basis. And just 2 months after that first day, you cannot imagine the connection that happened between the seniors and the volunteers. The program is still running till today. It's so successful that we started getting calls. We created a volunteer group to run this program.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. It's very interesting when you were saying that the program is run by the government and then it's actually given to the volunteer itself to run. That actually leads up to my next question is what is the role of civil organizations in volunteering?
So definitely creation of opportunities is one of them. There's a lot that organizations could do. Not only create opportunities, there's something what we call corporate volunteering, where you can make it easy for your employees to volunteer in different impactful opportunities. We have a program that we developed called Community Volunteering Activation Program. And what it is that after the first year of operating in MAN, COVID happened. And then we got busy during COVID in crisis mode and doing this and doing that. But what I learned during COVID is how, with all our differences, with whether we're different faiths, we're different nationalities, we're different backgrounds, when something like COVID happened, we forgot all of that and we got together working towards a common purpose of solving different issues that happened during COVID. Whether it's corporates, whether it's individuals. So after COVID, what we did was like, okay, you know what? We don't want as a government to create volunteering opportunities our own. We want to give the opportunity to corporates, SMEs, small businesses, startups, non-for-profits, volunteer groups, to create the programs, and we will support them. How do we support them? We give them funds to actually do the programs. We support them even in building the programs, understanding the social challenges that they're addressing, whatever the challenge is, connecting them. So we tend to be very good at bringing people together, bringing entities together. This year, we reached 32 programs through the Community Volunteering Activation Program. I'll pick a few. One that ran for a year was targeted to people of determination. One of the things that happen a lot of times is that they have a lot of teeth issues. So this idea came from a dental clinic where their doctors volunteered to look into 100 people of determination that need dental treatment. Another one recently, تعلم. So تعلم is a tutoring program for underprivileged kids that are not doing so well at school and can't afford to have tutors support them. So we created a safe space, the community center in Al-Falah, where these sessions would happen. Students that need this could sign up. And we have an operator, of course, the private sector entity. It's an SME that came up with this program. We give them the funds to run it, and they run it at the community center. And the impact of it, we got reports from the school that absences declined. We think that institutions can do a lot. They are doing a lot already, but this is an open call for anyone here that has a volunteer group, that has a startup, that has a small business, that has an idea, has a volunteering component, addresses a social issue, and you want support on it. Man is here.
I was wondering, on your own personal journey, where is the interest of volunteering coming from?
Living abroad, we were brought up, number one, you are one. We are 5 sisters and brothers. You're not 5, you are one. You support each other in everything. You're there for each other. But you also need to understand that it is your role, it is your responsibility to support people that need you. My mom was very insistent on that. If I'm successful today, it's because of my family and their support.
I actually want to focus on the activities that you're doing in the UAE, because in the UAE, as you also look around the room here today, we have a lot of different nationalities. Mm-hmm. And I was wondering, does it make it harder to make a sense of belonging?
I don't think so. I think belonging is more than just being present. It's feeling valued. It's feeling seen. It's feeling that your contribution matters. And I believe UAE is one of the most diverse societies in the world. What is their strength? Their strength actually is their ability to unite people towards a common goal. And maybe I have a question for you here. Do you believe that diversity alone creates belonging? You said no. Who else? What do you think it is? Anyone? To me, it's participation. People that volunteer together. People that contribute together towards something that they feel very strongly about. The remarkable thing is that when we work towards a common cause, we tend to forget our differences.
What is the program you're the most proud of, if you have to pick one?
I get asked this a lot, and you know, it's like a mother who loves all her kids. Yeah. I love all the programs that we've created. I feel that every single program we've created an impact in people's lives.
I want to go to the question about the Year of Family. How does this come together, and how does your organization participate, for example, in the Year of Family?
Family is where we learn responsibility. It's where we learn empathy, where we learn generosity, where we learn that we need to service people or help people. And the community is just an extension for that. So what you do is you take your values that you learned at home and then start applying it to the community. Now, what you teach your children at home is exactly what they will go and implement out in the community. Social responsibility, it starts at home. Strong communities are basically built by people who learned responsibility within their families. And strong families are the ones that thrive within or in communities that are able to support them.
Thank you. In the beginning, I already made the link between Man and the Abrahamic Family House. And as mentioned, so at the Abrahamic Family House, we bring people together from different faith, different backgrounds, in a safe space. And I was wondering, like, how could this be linked with volunteering? Because on one end, we have a similar goal. People of differences are coming together to share, but then maybe the next step would be volunteering. How could we link these two aspects?
So I think the Abrahamic Family House did a great job in creating the platform which brings people together. People that have shared values of humanity, compassion, mutual respect, because again, these are values that I think the Abrahamic Family House are built on. But I think there's a huge potential in what the Abrahamic Family House can do. With the different communities, with the different faiths, I think we can sit and think, okay, what are the different social challenges that we want to tap on? How can we create together opportunities that address these social challenges? And maybe I tapped onto the Community Volunteering Activation Program. MAN would be there to support bringing these ideas to life. And of course, these ideas have these programs would have a volunteering component, and then we would embed the volunteering component and ensure that the communities volunteer on it. Connections are very important, but impact can only happen when we work side by side.
You mentioned several different projects, and I'm wondering which type is more impactful or more or larger, and that would be the younger people volunteering to help the older people, or the older people helping with their experience and expertise the younger people. This kind of goes in both directions.
So with the journey of generation, it went both ways. The younger helped the seniors so that they could spend more time with them. But the seniors also helped the younger generation to direct them in certain areas, to support them with different information that they need in their life.
Volunteering is just one aspect of what MAN does. I wondered if you could just briefly describe how it contributes to and complements the other work that MAN is doing and its broader mission.
If we talk about impact specifically as impact can never be measured in the first year or the second year or the third year, because it takes time for you to actually see an impact in societies. But the way we approach it is the outcomes or the immediate impact, as we call it, that happens. Now, for every one of the programs that are pushed out of MAN, whether directly from MAN or through the Community Volunteering Activation Program, that's one of the criteria that has to be met. So when we sit to develop the program with the operators right at the beginning and before we give the funding for them, there is a certain things that they need to meet to be able to get the funding, and one of which is how are you going to measure the impact? So let's take Journey of Generation as an example. So here we have embedded the health component. So we measure certain things at the beginning of the program and then at certain different times of the program. And then we see what the results are in terms of improvement or decline. So far, there has been a lot of improvement in a lot of areas, and we tap on things like the loneliness aspect, the isolation aspect, what sort of things they benefited, how they feel, and so on, and these on. And this applies to every single program we've created. So for the operators to get their final payment, they need to submit these reports. So it's not just random. It's not like you just submit a project and we give you funding. And one of the things we do is build capabilities and training these entities to be able to do, whether it's impact measurement, whether running the programs, whether creating the studies around it, and so on. MAN was established in March of 2019 to be the operating body of Department of Community Development. So as I said, Department of Community Development, which was initiated in 2018, the first thing they did was identified what are the social challenges in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. Who are our target audiences? So you have seniors, you have people of determination, you name it. And they classified it in 4 different sectors. You have the health sector, you have the education sector, you have the social sector, and you have the environment and infrastructure sector. And under each one of these sectors, there are different challenges that could be addressed. We then look into how can we address these challenges through different methodologies, one of which is volunteering.
I would like to thank you for this very thoughtful dialogue. There's a lot of lessons learned for myself here as well. I think like a few items really struck, like when we're talking about volunteering, that volunteering is going both ways. I really think this is a very nice aspect of the volunteering, where you're focusing on. Also the fact that you have like how important it is to create the right conditions to have a good community where volunteering is actually going to be successful. And then the family aspect as well, that what were you saying about how the family values are actually giving into how this actually prolong into the volunteering activities itself.
I would like to add one last point about families. maybe I have an amazing family that I'm very close to, but sometimes families go beyond our bloodline or beyond the biological family. And I've seen this a lot. And I think this is the unique thing about the UAE. We all live together and we're all from so many different nationalities, faiths, beliefs. But there is one thing that brings us together. Whether or not we're family, we are family. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.